Sparsland! I mean Spaceland! Sorry, I named my recording file yesterday whenever I first tried to record this, Sparsland. Because space is very sparse, obviously. So it sort of makes sense. I mean, space is debatably sparse. It's actually kind of infinite. Never mind. We're here, everyone. This is Spaceland. Suddenly I have a southern accent. This is a space station. As a deep space crossroads. Oh, that's always sounded weird to me. As a crossroads. Why does crossroads have to be a singular word? Anyways. We have to protect the station from Black Hole Bowser. Black Hole Bowser. Great job, Bowser, naming yourself after an object that is so dense that not even light can escape it. Only you could be dense enough to name yourself after a black hole. Good job, Bowser. Also, I like how that spaceship in the background isn't even landed on the space station. It's just kind of floating there. It didn't have any landing gear, therefore this space station did not need a spaceship pad or something. No IFO deck, according to Zone 51 or Zone 5.1. Why don't I even know the names of places in my own games? Anyways, I'm playing as Yoshi this time in Spaceland because 2 of you voted for Mario last time, 2 of you voted for Wario last time, and Yoshi barely won the poll with 16 votes, which is kind of crazy and awesome. And a couple of you also said that because Yoshi is playing this board, it would only be appropriate to say, at least one time, "Dinosaurs in space!" I'm not sure if that's a reference to anything or not, but I said it, so shut up. I'm just kidding. I hate having a stuffy nose. I might cut that out. Of course, now that I've drawn attention to it, I can't cut it out anymore. I just blew my nose, in case I cut that out. But yeah, Yoshi's playing this board. It's very fun and exciting. It's just the great contrast of prehistory and extended future. So, that's good, I guess. And then also, I'm also going to bring up the results of a different vote, which wasn't exactly a vote, but I'll talk about it anyway. I did have that discussion video somewhat recently about whether or not I should play this game or Metroid Prime first, or if there was any other option that I could pick. And, of course, I did decide to play Mario Party 2 first, because a lot of you brought up the good point that Prime is a longer game, and it would be weird to play that one first and delay this one for a really long time. Plus, I already had 2 out of the 6 boards in this game done already, so I might as well press on and do the rest. Yeah! Yeah! Playing with Yoshi, as I basically predicted, although I never actually said anything, so nobody knew that I predicted that. Yeah. Plus, with the whole voting system that I have in this Let's Play, it would have been weird to delay this Let's Play for a long time and then come back and say, "Hey, remember whenever you voted for Yoshi on Spaceland 3 months ago? Yeah, that was great. I was 18 years old back then, and now I'm 36. I have a giant gray old man beard that extends to California. Yeah. If I lived in California, then that wouldn't be very long, but still, I live in the South, in case you're wondering. And yes, Hurricane Isaac is going on. Our house is currently gone. No, yeah, Hurricane Isaac, at least where I am right now, isn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. Given that during Hurricane Katrina, tons of stuff happened that was really terrible. I could tell my story about Hurricane Katrina. Yeah, because it's mildly interesting. Basically, I've only moved one time in my life, and that was to the south, and that was roughly 8 years ago. And it was basically, like, because it was my first time moving and I was 10 years old then, I was just like, why are we doing this? This is terrible. I just want to stay where we live right now. I don't care if Dad got a new job. This new house sucks. It's way too small. The ceiling in my room is too short. Stuff like that. I was just whining and complaining, which was perfectly appropriate at the time. It was a perfectly fitting mood to have back then, because it was a totally unfamiliar feeling to me. But still, all that was going on, and then literally 2 weeks after we moved into this new place, Hurricane Katrina happened. And all I could think of was, well, this is proof that this was a bad idea. This is a terrible omen. So basically, whenever we were in the midst of Hurricane Katrina, my family, me included, we're all just huddled in the middle of the house, basically, in the middle of this tiny house, which I'm still living in right now. And eventually we moved to the garage because there was so much wind outside and such. But we just hear this crash midway through all this commotion outside. And of course my dad goes and checks on my room, and then there's just a tree inside of it. And there ended up being 3 trees that landed on our house in the midst of however many hours of hurricane-ness that was going on at the time. So, yeah, there were 2 trees in my room. And so whenever I went to look at my room later, basically it was just split in half, and the ceiling fan was dangling by a wire, and everything was really wet, basically drenched, except for what was in the closet, because the closet door was closed. So yeah, that was just like, I don't know what's going on, I don't like this place at all, bad things are happening. Also Bowser in a floating happy egg of happiness. Sorry, this just broke my concentration. This random goofy Bowser music just popped up, destroying my entire amazing hurricane story. No, it wasn't that amazing, but... I hate having congested nose. I'm gonna blow my nose again. Toad in the box. Why is Toad in all caps? But yeah, to finish off my story, basically, it was fun after the hurricane happened, and it was all gone. It was just sort of a happy memory and all that stuff. It was interesting because I got to tell the people reconstructing the house, rebuilding the house, that my ceiling in my room was too short. So if there was anything that if there was anything good that happened out of Hurricane Katrina, it was that I got a higher ceiling in my room. And if I didn't get a higher ceiling in my room, then it's very likely that it would be even hotter than it is right now. Right now it is very hot, because I have a fan turned on in the background, and that's the only reason that it's even remotely cool right now. That and the fact that I'm not wearing a shirt. You didn't need to know that, but only this one time have I not decided to wear a shirt. Okay. Also, I guess to elaborate on the hurricane story, it was interesting too, because after the hurricane happened, there was no power in the city, obviously, that was all. For a few weeks or so, maybe months, I don't remember how long it was. I had no perception of time, because basically everything was perfectly silent, because there was no power. And there wasn't much to do, so we just, like, took naps and tried to eat things and drink things the whole time. But it was interesting what resulted from Hurricane Katrina. It was just a sort of surreal experience, because we moved into this new neighborhood, and we probably wouldn't have met any of our neighbors if Hurricane Katrina hadn't happened, because we wouldn't even care. We wouldn't even acknowledge that they existed, but we kind of met each other because of it, and became friends because of it. But then it turned out that soon after Hurricane Katrina, we never spoke of each other again. So, but there's someone on our road named Peanut, which is interesting. And I wouldn't be able to tell you that if Hurricane Katrina never happened, so... As if that's a really big deal. Ooh, hexagon heat. I feel like there's hexagon heat in my room. Why did I pause before saying heat? It was like eat. Hexagon eat. I eat hexagons for breakfast. They're like Cheerios, except actually shaped like honeycombs. They're honeycomb Cheerios. Just like in Banjo-Kazooie, with my Let's Play of that. Honey Nut Cheerios, except honeycomb pieces. I still should play through Banjo-Tooie. I'm not overly familiar with Banjo-Tooie as a whole, but I did watch Bicked Up on a Bus's Let's Play of it, and now I'm a little bit more confident in my ability to play through the game because he just basically stormed through that. He tropical stormed through that game. How many hurricane jokes can I make now? Let's find out. Of course, I can't make too many long-winded references to hurricanes. Winded? Get it? Get it? That's a knee slapper. I'm not even slapping my knee. I was slapping the side of my leg where I'm wearing pajamas. Yoshi, start. That's great. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. That's not even relevant. Nothing I say is relevant, so it doesn't matter. Have I explained what that giant countdown in the middle of the thing does yet? The middle of the thing? Super descriptive. The board, the spaceland, the giant space station. That's no space station, that's a space station. But then that's not really a moon either, it's a cat. But yeah, the countdown in the middle, no, I'm not going to explain it yet because we're playing a minigame, and it would be dumb to explain something that's not even happening right now. Look away. Look away from Princess Peach, because Princess Peach is Medusa. If you look at her, then you will die and turn into stone. That is what happens. See, Peach and I, we don't look eye to eye, we don't see eye to eye on anything, except just then, and I just turned into stone, so there's your proof that that happened. That was the thing that happened. I like the little star lights. They look like traffic lights, except varying in size. You know, they sort of look like... I don't know, they look like gummies to me. They look like they have gummy centers. Because if you've ever been to Trader Joe's, and you've gone to the section where they have gummies, they have these awesome little... They're called Gummy Tummy Penguins, I think. Something like that. And they taste especially juicy compared to any gummy thing that I've ever had. They're like gummy bears, except you can just taste the liquid in them. And it's just super flavor-packed. Flavor-packed penguins. Penguin-packed, flavor-packed penguin, penguin, cat planet, cat planet, cat planet. Do I want to buy anything? I mean, it seems like a golden mushroom would be useful, but let me view the map. Okay. Up and around, stars right there. You know, I'll buy that golden mushroom. Because I don't think there's any reason that I shouldn't buy it right now. I think I have the coin lead, and it might not disappear anytime soon unless there's a battle minigame or something. And then, I'm just trying to think through my thought process here. As I'm randomly burping because I just had cream soda. And I still have cream soda. I love cream soda very much. And I just drank more, even though I have carbonated beverage already inside of me. Causing me to burp randomly at terrible times. But I'm just thinking, because I already have plenty of coins, and I don't think that I'm going to lose the coin lead anytime soon, then it would be a good idea to get the golden mushroom so I could guarantee that I get the star, and that's about it, actually. There wasn't any more to that discussion. Why does my nose itch? I hate having an itchy nose. This nose is a son of an itch. Or the father of an itch. I don't even know what that phrase means. Like the actual phrase, with the bad word. With the B word. Because in because in that especially long episode of Phineas and Ferb that's about the summer solstice, they're talking about girlfriends and boyfriends, and then Candace says, I wonder if he thinks of me as his G word, referring to girlfriend. And then later in the episode she says, I've always thought of you as my B word. It's so terrible, but awesome. I need to watch more Phineas and Ferb.